Hey everyone, Mac is back with another guide video. Today I'm going to be talking about pretty much back to the basics and rebel camp rallies. There is a way to do them, and especially for the higher level ones like these level 5s, you have to do them a correct way or you're going to lose a lot of troops. You have to be have a decent amount of power as well. To do them is to beat them as well, and not just to beat them, but to limit the damage to your alliance, limit the kills. So we're going to talk about that. So right now, the very first thing that you want to do is you want to scout the camp. So you click on the camp. You can see this one is a level 5 camp. It's one of the more powerful ones, and it's 90 million power, which is a lot. Some of the bigger ones are they go up to over 100 million. And you can see the rewards you have. I've talked about these in previous video as well, but this time we're just going to solely focus on this rebel camp. So you're going to scout. It's going to cost me this time 5,500 gold, and we'll get down there, check that out. The scout has arrived. We'll check on that report because that report's going to be the big thing. So we look at the report. We have a level 24 spoils chest. That's one thing you're going to be looking for, the rewards, because the higher the chest, usually the better the rewards you're going to get. And as you can see here, it's they're a pretty tough camp, having those over 400, almost around 400% for each one. But what we're really looking at is the troop types, and this one you can see is all spear. So this will be I would say fairly easy, but it's an easy one to set up, and this actually works out perfect because it'll show. Just show you kind of the basics without the complications of putting multiple troop types in there. Just as a side note for the troop types, if there are three or more troop types in there, well, actually, if there are 3 troop types without the bows, I wouldn't include the bows at all. If you're going up against a pure bow rebel camp, infantry would be the best in my opinion because they have the highest defense, and bows have the highest attack, so you want to be able to absorb that damage, and of course bows don't have much defense at all either, so the low attack of the infantry will still do enough damage to kill them fairly quickly. So as you can see in this one, we're going to use pure infantry. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to share this scouting report with my alliance, because my alliance, you're not going to get your alliance mates to join you if they don't know what is in this camp as well, because they may not know that you're a good rally leader. So this will show them, and once you do this over and over again, they won't even think twice. They'll see your name and they'll just join your rally automatically. So I'm going down here, I'm going to press the share button, I'm going to go to the alliance, click on that, confirm, boom, it's been shared, and I can show you where that is. So you go back to your alliance chat, click on it, you're already on the alliance, and right there is the scouting report, and all you have to do is click on it if you didn't know that. So the first thing what we need to do is we need to set up our into our battle talents, battle everything basically for this camp. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to change my castle skin to the infantry one. So I'll customize it, go to one that I already own, and the best one for infantry is this one right here. The best one that I have is this one right here. So it'll the enemy spear attack reduction, it's great, 10%. Then you got your infantry attack and defense. So I'll activate that. Then you go to your marching animation, what I already own, and we're looking for infantry. So this one here has infantry attack of 5%. This one down here doesn't have any infantry at all. These two don't have anything whatsoever. So we're going to go with this one out of the 4 that I have. There are other ones that you can use if you do have them. You just click on them and check and see if there's any type of infantry or troop type that you're looking for. So we'll use that, then we'll click out of there, and then we're going to go up into our Lord. Right now I have my Lord as Jean. I'm going to switch that because she is cavalry and she's not going to help me very much in this scenario. So I could switch it to Chris, because Chris is going to be in there no matter what. So I'm going to switch it to Chris. There we go, switch to him. Then I'm going to change my equipment, and since I want the you can see what I have here. My army one has probably the most. You can see, yeah, that has the most. So I have the health and the attack. You can see all the badges that I have on there as well. So that's the best one for me. Maybe not be the same for you. You might have yours different, but you just want to check and see. Like if I hover over this, you can see that my just my badges have infantry attack 7.5% and defense 7.5%, and then the piece of equipment has almost 16% infantry health, which is really good as well. You want to go up to your talents, and if you have an archive in your talent, how you want to change this. I still have many more that I need to do, which I will have to get on that too, so you can specialize a little bit. I'm going to go to my army, and then just apply that. Your talent reset, so we're good in that respect. So we get out of there, and then you also want to go up to your SEP to the 7, and you want to put on a total attack. So you use that, so now we have another 20% attack on top of that. And some of you, if you want to, I don't recommend it too much. You can use an army size buff, so you can throw more in there, but I wouldn't recommend that. That's not a big deal. And I actually think that that might not. Well, actually, it might help you. Because there are rally size expansions, but those are for the actual rally itself. So yeah, you could do that if you want to. So we have everything. I believe that how we have everything what we want it set up. So you've basically taken your taken your castle and specialized it into what you want to do. The next thing you want to do is you're going to go to that castle, the camp that you're on. You want to click on that, and we're going to rally and attack it. Now, what you want to choose most likely is 10 minutes, because you want to give your alliance time to be able to join this rally. There are certain circumstances where the 5 minutes is what you're going to want to do, but it really doesn't matter. Even if you're at 10%, 10 minutes, you can send these attacks at any point, any time that you want. It really doesn't matter. There's a button for that. It's not like if you're rallying another castle where you have to wait the 5 minutes or however long you've set the rally for. So I'm just going to go for 10 minutes here. And this is probably one of the most important aspects of it, is you want to pick your commanders. So I had already changed mine over to Chris. So I'm going to click on this to get my commanders. You can see the crown here. That shows that that's my commander. So I have to put him in there, because if you don't put him in there, you are not going to get those buffs that I had earlier. The equipment won't count, the badges won't count, all of that, which is an absolutely massive amount of buffs that you're going to want. So and it even shows you over here. So he gives me an 11,000 army size bonus, which is great. And then you can see the other bonuses just by putting him in there that they're going to get me as well. So if I take that off, clearly there's nothing over here. But just putting my lord in here, I'm already increased by 386% infantry attack, which is ridiculous. And then you also have your infantry defense down there as well. So that's the first commander that I'm going to want to put in this for this one. Now it's going to be this is very specialized, so you have to know. That's why you have to scout the camp. So you have to know who you're going to be putting in there to fight for this. So the next one, you're going to be looking at basically all your infantry commanders, because they're the ones going to buff the infantry. Seg is not the best in this respect, just because he just goes for total attack and total defense, which 15% is nothing. Isn't terrible. But he would be better if it was multiple troop types, which you don't have to worry about that at all. You're just trying to go for that front line, just to kill the morale and destroy that front line on that camp. So Feast is a good one. He has infantry attack and defense 30% each, so I'm going to put him in there. Julian has the 30% attack on all troops, so I'll put him in there as well. And then we go down further. Barrett has the infantry health and defense, which is good because they can absorb the damage. And let's see who else I have. I need one more. And then Haley. Haley's pretty good too. She has infantry attack of 30% as well, so I'll put her in there too. Now you don't need to put her in there for the. You could put Tyrion in there. He has the 15% attack and defense as well. But the attack is probably is definitely the best one. And something you want to realize as well is that when you put 5 commanders in here, if I had, say I took Julian out and put another infantry commander in there, one of those infantry commanders is going to sit out, because you can only put a max of 4 of the same type. So I have 4 infantry commanders. If I would have put a 5th one, that one of these, the very last one that you put in, is going to be sitting out the fight. You'll get no buffs from them whatsoever. But as you can see over here, I'm up to 55,000 extra army size. And you can see that my infantry defense and my infantry attack went up as well. So there's really, really good stats right now. Make sure you put your dragon in there and you have your dragon skills on as well. I didn't do that. I don't switch my dragon skills too much, but my dragon itself actually has really good infantry on it too. It has infantry attack and health. So once I click on that, you can see when if I click on it, it goes from 476% to 489, as well as actually there's not showing the infantry. Oh, because I didn't scroll down. Stupid me. There you go. Infantry health 500%. So you can see how if I take it off, it's 482, but it goes, and then when I put him back in, he goes to 519. So a really, really nice one as well. So you confirm that, and then you want to clear, and you want to put your certain troop types in there. So as you can see, what I have here, I want for me as the rally leader, and since I have tier 4, I don't necessarily need to put a meat shield in there because there will be plenty of other people in your alliance that will have those tier 3s for the most part. This is talking to those more medium-sized alliances. We're 14 billion, right around 14 billion. So when you get up to the larger ones, the 30 billion plus, then maybe I would want to put maybe some tier 1s or even tier 3s depending on how I want to do my rally. But right now my army size is 604,000, so I'm just going to put all the infantry in there. You don't have to worry about the formation that you're putting because you're only putting one type in, so it's the only one that's going to go in there first. You're not going to put anything else. So there's one more thing I also have to do this, and you have to do it fairly quickly, is you have to restrict your rally to all infantry. So once I confirm this, the rally is going to start, and I'm going to have to go do that fairly quickly. If you can follow me on that, and you can also obviously pause it or slow it down. But so I'll confirm this. The rally is started. I go down here. I click on this in my alliance. You can see I started it. You click on there. Right here, this little gear over here, click on that, and then just uncheck everything but the infantry. And as you can see, I'll save it, and then boom, it shows up here. I just want to make sure he didn't throw in something. So he already knew. So he saw that. So he's already coming in as well. So now we just have to wait the 9 minutes, and once that happens, we will either the rally fills up. So I have two. You can see it has just over 2.8. So I can fill up that rally. So it's going to fill up here probably fairly quickly. It's going to cut out if it doesn't fill up very quickly, but we'll see what happens if they do. If not, then I still have 9 minutes. So. All right, as you can see, we almost have a full rally here. I would typically let this get to let it get full, or when you're actually, one thing to note is that's 2.7 million. So when you see that as when you're joining the rally, don't just click on it and go full and throw your entire max amount of army that you can, because we want to try to get everybody in there to get that spoils chest. So if you see it at 2.7, there's not a whole lot. There's about a little over 100,000 left. Throw 10,000 in there, throw 5,000 in there, something like that. Very small amount, just so it doesn't fill up. Because if it does fill up, and then nobody's going to be let in. And something you can do as a rally leader is you can see this arrow here that returns the troops to them. You can do that if you want to, if somebody sends too many. As someone who's sending, if you're sending, you can see, I'll show you here, 1,500 as a meat shield. They throw for the tier 1s. Like, that's what you want to throw in there because you don't want to lose your tier 3s. So like I said, you can do that depending on where you're at. With your troops. Now, Little Kermit here sent to almost 10,000. That's not what you want to do, because that's way too many, and that'll lose the morale. So that'll cost us possibly cost us some more deads than we really need. It might not affect it too much, but 1,500 is probably pretty good. Maybe even 1,000. Around that is pretty decent. Like there, 1,700 is not bad if you'd have just done that. So it looks like we're getting one more. Looks like John's coming in here, so let that come in for, it's 2 minutes. I'll just see, I can speed this up as well, so we'll just get it in there quick, and then I'm just going to see, still didn't fill it up, which is good as well. Just threw 49,000 in there. So I'm gonna set this off here in a second. Boom, it comes in, and there's the attack now. So I'll press the attack now button, and there we go. And we got a minute for it to get down there. And I'll just show you what happens here once we get there. Show you the battle report, because that's the one thing we really care about, is that battle report, because that's I can show you, the kind of the damage that was limited, And you know, as when you're sending, and another thing is when you're sending to that rally, make sure you have your dragon talents on there for whatever it may be. Like as you knew this was you saw this was an infantry one, make sure you had that infantry, you know, attack, defense, and health if you have to switch your badges out before, and you can do that. It's just, you'll help that rally, you'll help limit those deads, and you're helping your alliance, and that is the main thing that you want to do, is helping your alliance. So here we go, click, boom, and destroyed it. Now go back down here and check. We'll see what happened. So as you can see, we had 947 wounded and only 636 dead, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Really, really good. And if you click on the details, barely any elite infantry were hit, and most of them were the tier 1s that got hit. So if we scroll down, we can see how the damage was done. So we had there was the meat shield there, perfect. It's exactly what you wanted. Another meat shield worked out well. Even you can see John threw in some light for those. Those were all royals. Nothing happened there. So another one which was really good. And I wonder where those elites died. I didn't see them. Oh, right here. Okay. So yeah. So Fen, he just threw elite infantry. He doesn't care a lot of times when his troops die for that reason, but it's very minimal, of course. So it's not a big deal. If he would have sent tier 1s, you know, he would have been only lost to tier 1s, but like again, not a big deal. So as you can see, that worked out really well. That was a great camp to attack. If you see those, you know, you definitely want to attack camps like that. Because therefore, of course, that formation didn't matter. That's another thing that you do not know until you attack a rebel camp, is what the formation is. In this case, it does not matter. Spear infantry could have been anyone because they only had the spear in there, and then we went pure infantry and countered it, and it was a really, really great success. If you have any questions or you want to discuss a certain camp or a certain, you know, depending on what the troops are, because these become more specific as the troops change, the troop type change. Feel free to send me a PM and we can talk about it. But until next time, Mac out.